Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken visited China for 2 days. He met his counterpart and he met today, Monday, the Chinese President Xi Jinping. I spent about an hour trying to figure out what exactly was achieved. And all I found, and I didn't find, I didn't look only in one media outlet, but, see what's up there. All I found was that the Americans got something, but nobody told me what the Chinese got in return. So I have about 3 or 4 articles here with some points made by, even by the Chinese media outlet, South China Morning Post, where I found an article with an interesting title. I couldn't find that title again. I did it in the morning, I found this title in the morning. Right now I don't find that title again. I went in South China Morning Post again, put the keywords, wrote the entire title over there, typed it over there, nothing. That title, I can't find it. With the same browser with everything I used before. It happened before when you have a media outlet, putting forward an article, coming out with an article with a certain title, and then after a little while the title is not there anymore, is switched. I made a video, I think yesterday, pointing that out. So let me start with one thing that the Americans got, but remember, I couldn't find what the Chinese got in return. It's like it was a success for the Americans, but nothing for the Chinese. I didn't come with all the articles here. I will just mention a few titles that I encountered during my little research here. So the new voice of Ukraine. China vows not to supply weapons to Russia. Blinken. So this is from June 19. So that's a success. Obviously. This bothers them and also the United States. Therefore, they got this from China. So, China will not do that. Why? So, what did you get me in return? I would like to know. So we have here, it's not news that China has been saying in recent weeks, not just to us, but to many other countries, that they are not providing lethal assistance to Russia for use in Ukraine. And this is an important commitment and policy, said the secretary. So that's one. Another one is this. This is from South China Morning Post. Xi Jinping and Antony Blinken capped China trip with vow to steady ties toward of conflict. Okay, so this is like, all right, we're going to talk in the future and we'll see how maybe we improve the relationships. Okay, this is like mutual. Another thing that I got here is, this is the only thing that the Chinese so far did not agree to improve any communication, military communication with the Americans. That's the only thing that what I read, that the Chinese did not agree upon or say, well, we're not going to talk, we're not going to have military communication with us. That's it. The rest, yeah, we will talk, we will steadily work towards avoiding conflict and so on. Next one. This is from Breitbart. Blinken meets Xi and China warns USA must choose between cooperation or conflict. I don't think so. I think this is just an exaggerated title. Wherever I read, it was not any warning, anything like that, between cooperation. I will show you another article that I really believe more, unfortunately, than in this one. But let's go to the next article, which is South China Morning Post. Now, this is where I've been looking on this for an article that I found this morning. At what time? It was not this morning, it was in the afternoon actually, 3:39 p.m. But I can't find it in the same media outpost. I can't find it, and I'm going to show you on my tablet what I found and what I've been trying to find, and I couldn't. And this is South China Morning Post. I will show you. Xi Jinping, Antony Blinken talks. Chinese president says Beijing will not challenge or replace US and asks the same in return. Well, this is for me is like a, let's be friends, but not really. So here it is, China's South China Morning Post. This is it, and I couldn't find this in this little where I got it from. I looked, I put it even here. I put keywords right here. Tra-la-la, lu-lu-lu-li-li-li. Nothing. So as of now, I couldn't identify what exactly China got in return. I understand this was just a, let's have a little contact here and see each other and, discuss the major issues. But I saw that Chinese, they don't want confrontation, which is good, right? They say they will not challenge or replace US. We don't want that. So we want just leave us alone instead of saying, oh no man, we're gonna fuck you up, okay? I want to hear the other side saying, no man, no, you know what? Let's be friends. No man, I want to fuck you up. No man, let's be friends. I hear China saying that. No, I don't want to challenge you. Let's be friends and please do the same thing. And it's going to say, no, we're going to fuck you up. So that's why I consider this little article here being of that kind. Because if you start talking toughly, say, you know what, you do that, I'm going to do it. And if you don't stop, I'm going to fuck you up. That's how a tough guy talks. Pussy, let's be friends. And the other one is going to say, yes, let's be friends, because that's the way life is. Now, I didn't expect these guys to start pulling each other's hair or something over there when they meet, but I couldn't find any meaningful, agreements, or it was one more thing. The Chinese asked again, I couldn't find an article again, I found it in the morning. The Chinese asked the Americans to abide or adhere to the one China policy. And the Americans said, today is Monday. That's how it was. So again, these guys asked, but no answer from the other side. But they got that. And I vow not to send weapons to Russia. That's what they got. And that's how I see it. I mean, if you find more information on what China did to United States or to Blinken and told them this and told them that, well, good for you. I couldn't find that. If you look at the mass media in the West, and including this South China Morning Post, I don't know who writes that, the Americans or the Chinese, whatever. So this is what I got so far. Okay, let's see, and then they part. The only thing where, as I said, I found the Chinese said, in terms of military cooperation or communication, we're not going to communicate. That's it. This is the moment of this. This is it. So that's a good sign to the Russians. Economically, that's the Chinese are ready to cooperate with the Americans. You bring this, we give you this, we do this, and then we do it with the Russians, and then we're good. Well, we get the resources, we get whatever you get. We sell our stuff over there. We make money. We're good. Militarily, no, we're not going to cooperate. We cooperate with these guys because it's very clear who's who and what's what. So this is it. First contact after so long, after those balloons or balloon was shut down after it crossed the whole territory of the United States of America. I'm not going to get into that again. I don't think this is a sign of friendship whatsoever. I think it's just a sign from the Chinese saying, you know what, we're going to be here, which means probably Russia and India and all that, but we're not going to stop our contact with you and cooperation. We're going to do that. Now, if you choose to be a jerk about it, then so be it. That's how I see it. And I hope that's the way they think, because China is not over there for Russia. China is not over there for the United States of America. China is over there for China. And you got to look at its interest. What do they want? They want peace, so they can have a society where they are productive and they have a better life. They want to be secure in their own territory. The government of China, the communist government of China, wants quiet. Therefore, how do you have quiet? Well, make sure you don't have a lot of situations in your country. If they have food, if they have beer, if they have TV, if you give them the false impression that they have a freedom of speech and they're free people and so on, like here, then that's good. That's all they want. And how can they do this? Security. Their security could be with Russia. How do they improve their economy? they need a market to sell their stuff. The United States of America pays the best. And not only, Europe as well. So they want that, they want technology. Good, I want to be friends with you on that part. Now, I don't want you because you want to go in Taiwan, and you got Japan, and you got South Korea, and so on. So militarily, I'm not going to be with you. Obviously, you're against me. You bring all the clouds there. So I'm going to go with Russia. Now, for my economy to function, what do I need? Resources. I have human resources, a lot of people, and I need electricity, right? I need oil, I need gas. Where do I get it? From my friends Russia. So gas and security, Russia, money and economy, the other guys. And I'm going to invest in Russia, and maybe I'm going to take over economically. I'm going to be the biggest partner of Russia in time. So I think that's what most of the goals that China should have. And in the meantime, the political party, the Communist Party, does not want to be challenged. That's all. Good for them. And militarily, they will expand, obviously. You have to expand so the other ones will not dare to challenge you. And then after a while, if you're strong enough, probably you're just going to form a little alliance, alliance with Russia, which is already there. But you're not going to be with 250 nuclear weapons. You're going to have 3,000 nuclear weapons. So after that, you're going to say, you know what? I don't really need anybody to form anything, and so on. So again, I don't know what China got, but from whatever I read, the Americans got some. Well, it's just the beginning. We'll see how things evolve or devolve. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.